Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Players Prep is the show. We are in the middle of Franklin, Tennessee. The spot is Cool Springs, more specifically, Music City Customs. That is Maurice Patton, looking dapper as always. Whoa! Jared Morris.
No mustache.
No stash.
No mustache.
No stash.
I caught a lot of heat from it.
I'm digging it. Oh, you talking about
a lot of heat.
Hey, listen, just be you, man.
I know.
Just do you.
Man,
Apparently
you can't
made me
go
look
giving
like a
in to peer
policeman.
pressure like that.
Apparently it made me look like a policeman.
Oh, like cops. Most people kind of react differently to that nowadays.
Especially nowadays.
Exactly. Very sensitive. We're sensitive to those kind of politics and things here too at Players Prep. And if you want to set yourself apart, that's why you come down here to Music City Customs and get your car done the exact same way. A couple of our other sponsors that contribute and make this program such a great program: Global Motorsports. That's where they can tell you where to get the latest in vehicles, SUVs, sports cars, trucks. You name it, they got it. And of course, Martin's Barbecue. And Maurice and I, we always talk about wanting to do shows there. You know why? Because they got great food, man. That's why we want to go down there and do some shows. But today coming up, we've got Shan Foster, standout from Vanderbilt, talking about his career and just how he got to where he is. Stick around. That conversation is next. Players Prep is brought to you by Global Motorsports. Martin's Barbecue. And Music City Customs. Welcome into the show, Players Prep, live in Cool Springs, middle of Franklin, Tennessee. Brad Hopkins, Maurice Patton, and Jared Morris, of course. And as advertised, Shan Foster, one of Vanderbilt's greats, is joining the program. Shane, welcome in. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me.
So Players Prep is featuring basically high school sports, high school athletics, and we like to catch up with guys like you that have gone on to the next level to kind of pick their brain about some of the things that went on in their decision making and stuff like that. So why did you choose Vanderbilt to take your talents to?
I just felt like Vanderbilt was the best place for me. You know, when I came on my visit and was able to get in touch with the guys and really see how they interacted with each other, and then get a taste of Nashville. I mean, Nashville is just the perfect college town. You have the best of everything. It's not a too big city to where you got too much to get in trouble, but it's big enough to where you always have something to do. And then the community atmosphere that's here. I mean, ever since I got here, they just treated me like family, and I felt that on my visit. And being able to play in a powerhouse like at the SEC and being here at Vanderbilt, where I have an opportunity to really just make a name for myself versus being able to make a name off of works that other people have done, and I had a great opportunity to do that, and I saw that early on, and I thought it was a great decision.
Shane, as Brad said, we have a lot of high school kids that watch this show. So what would you say to them would be the most important thing for them to maybe hone and work on as they're looking for getting those scholarships and going on to the next level of college?
Well, right now, everything's really built on athleticism. And so doing everything that you can to increase your vertical, to increase your endurance, so that you can play at a very high level for a longer stretch of time. And then just, becoming a master of your craft. I think the biggest thing is having some aspect of the game that you become a master at, and really whatever that is fine. I mean, for big guys, being able to run the floor and rebound and block shots and things like that, it doesn't necessarily always have to be scoring, but you have to be a master at something. They're not necessarily giving away scholarships and giving away opportunities to play at the next level. If you're not a master at anything, then being a jack of all trades really doesn't help you, because you're playing against other guys that have absolutely mastered some aspect of their game, and you have to be able to set yourself apart.
Shane, that's a perfect segue, Ben, because obviously master of your craft, you were a master shooter, and I'm not sure if your shot is one that coaches would teach. How did the conversations go between you and the coaching staff at Vanderbilt in terms of, you need to do this, no, coach, this is my shot, you know, that kind of thing? Because you left obviously as one of the top shooters, one of the top scorers, one of the top three-point shooters in Southeastern Conference history. Just talk about how much they tried to mess with your shot, how much they did mess with your shot, and where the balance is with that.
Well, there was definitely some fine tuning there. Being that I was always the tallest guy on the court when I was in high school, and then going on and playing with more competition in Adidas and Nike tournaments and that sort of thing. Then all of a sudden I was not the tallest person on the floor, and so I guess my shot really just developed from being able to get my shot off against guys that were taller and faster and bigger than I was. And then once I got to the collegiate level, as you were making mention of, there was some fine tuning that needed to be done in terms of following through, getting backspin on the ball on a more consistent basis. To the coaching staff's credit, we have somebody on staff named Tom Richardson who was just a great, fundamentals of the game of basketball guy. I mean, he just, we watched so much film and just did so much studying work on the game that just took what I brought to the table and really just added his knowledge to that and made my shot what it became. And I was a guy to understand that, regardless of what I had done prior to college, as a freshman in college, I had done absolutely nothing. So I had to be humble enough to know that if I wanted to get to the next level and I wanted to accomplish certain things, that I was going to have to listen. I was going to have to put in a lot of hard work, and I was willing to do that. And over time, my shot became much better than what I even thought it could be.
Shane, if you need some tips from a couple of gridiron guys, Jared and I, we like to talk about our problems on the court. We can throw that out now.
This is
so,
true.
You want to put together a football, basketball kind of game or something like that.
Battles.
Shay, we're right here in Cool Springs, man. Don't run. We'll find you.
Absolutely. Let me know. I'm always up for that.
Hey, you ain't dunking on me, man. It's not happening. Anyway, thanks for joining us today, Shane. You've been great.
Appreciate it, Shane.
Thanks, Shane.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Shan Foster, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around. We'll be right back.